What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Internet Funny. Now listen, this is a video that's different than any other video I have ever made. Look, so first off, I want to get off my chest real quick. I have never really made any videos like this, but I see a lot of stuff going on the internet, and I gotta cover something. I see a lot that goes on. I observe correctly, and I know you observe, but I just want to tell y'all something real quick. If you are dating a girl, a modern girl in today's society, and you have a girlfriend that is dressing like other girls who do not have a boyfriend, some girl that you see on some type of interview, downtown in the street, at the club, that you see on videos on TikTok. If your girl dresses like that and you are in a relationship with her, she is not in a relationship with you. Not psychologically, not mentally. She's in a relationship with you. Maybe she made a commitment to say, hey, I'm going to be in a relationship with you by word, but mentally and psychologically, I am not in a relationship with you. If you have, and look, I'm going to break it down to you, so don't even worry. If y'all are asking me, what makes a girl in a relationship with you and makes her what makes her not in a relationship with you? So I'm going to start off with this. What makes her in a relationship with you? Everything that she does is for you when she's in a relationship. If she's with you, if she's doing something that allows her to still be on the outside, that is not appropriate for an inside relationship, she is not with you. So let me break it down. If your girl still dresses, watch how your girl dresses before you go outside. Watch how she dresses. If your girl dresses with booty shorts on, she got a tank top on, she always showing skin, look like a fucking fish flopping on a beach somewhere. Like, just look, her whole entire body's out, look like she's just ready to just flop back in the ocean. If she looks like that 24/7, then she is not your girl. You know why? Because she is dressing to the point to where she wants some type of acknowledgement to what she looks like, because you don't matter. Oh no, but that's just the way that the girls look. How the fuck that's the way? That is not how nobody dresses. And I'm going to give you an analogy. If you at home and y'all about to go out and you eat at home and you are full, will you go back out if you just had a big ass steak or a big ass dinner with like 5 pieces of fried chicken, a big platter of mashed potatoes, you had a nice big ass cup of sweet tea and cornbread, you ate real good and you're full. Will you go back outside if you're getting ready to go out? Will you go outside and go look for a restaurant to eat at? No, you will not. If you say yes, you're just obese, you're fat as shit, and you belong on TLC somewhere, I don't know, with a documentary, getting fucking Debbie cakes and fucking honey buns and sandwiches out of your dryer because your fat ass just be leaving them in there in your clothes when you do laundry. My thing to you is, if you are already full, you will not go outside looking for a restaurant. Why? Because you already got satisfied when you were at home. Now, if your girl is wearing booty shorts, tank tops, and she just always got her makeup cake, the makeup is cool, it's fine. But observe, you know what kind of girl you got. Don't try to sit up there and deny what kind of girl she is, because you don't want to deal with the fact of how she really is. Now, if your girl is dressing like that, you know what that means? That means somebody else has to have their attention on her, because she has to always like the way that she looks. Because the way she looks to you is not enough. So what I'm saying is, if the only thing that matters is your opinion on how she looks, she doesn't need to go out dressed like that. What she need to show ass for? She already shows. You already know what it looks like. Why do you need to go outside in public and see what her ass looks like? She's not showing that for you. If she's going outside with her ass cheeks out, it's not for you. It's not. You must be crazy if you think that your girl got her ass out, her titties out, and show a whole type of body. When she's with you and she go out, she's like, oh, when I'm with my man, it's fine. No, that's just a gateway. She's using you as leverage. She's using that as leverage to be like, oh, yeah, I need to do this. She's trying to make it right. Oh, I'm dressing like this because I am with my... No, she cannot dress like that. She don't need to dress like that. Because you know why? If she is dressing like that, that means your eyes on her is not enough. And look, I also want to break something down to you. You're messing with modern women. We always talk about modern women all day. And I want to bring something to your attention. Do you know when you're doing the average calculation of somebody who makes this amount of money, this amount a year? So I'm going to calculate it here, okay? And you got these same girls who dress like that and tell you how it is to be with me and how it is going to be with me. And if you're not like this, I can't be with you. All right. And we all know women divorce men more than men. Men never leave women because men are loyal. Men are dogs. That's what they say. But we all know dogs are loyal. And men have this loyalty factor inside of them that it's generated inside of them. That we just like that. Right. Just imagine if men were in the military and they decided, oh, I don't fucking like this army. And they switch. They would never do that. You know, it's just not in a man. If a man was disloyal, we wouldn't even have the freedom that we have now. So, because it's in men to be loyal. It makes no sense to be disloyal because you know what disloyal means? It means dishonorable. It brings dishonorable measures and connections with people. It's just not in a man's nature to be disloyal. It wouldn't make any sense. We wouldn't have anything. If man was disloyal, everything we have would be fucked up. It would be. Okay, women can be disloyal because they're not a sole factor to anything that we got going on. Like they're not the face of really much anything, but probably being sexual. You know, when people think about women all day, they probably think about fucking porn or smashing them because that's all what women give themselves. That's all they do is offer themselves to is, oh, I'm this, I look like this, so I'm going to give you this. And this is what I am. But don't look at me like what I am that I'm giving you. I got my ass out and my titties out, but don't look at me as like a sexual object. I got everything out. I look like I'm ready to be fucked, but I'm not. Well, I don't want to be fucked, but I want to be fucked. But if you try to fuck me, you're fucked because I don't want to fuck. And if you look at me like I want to be fucked, you're fucking disgusting. And that's disgusting that you want to fuck me, but I want you to look at me like I want to be fucked. I don't understand that girl logic, but we're not going to go into that. But what I'm saying here is, on average, right? These fucking ads are pissing me off. Get the fuck off of my... So what I'm saying is, on an average, somebody's making $17 an hour, right? In a city like this, where I live in Austin, Texas, right? Someone makes $17 an hour, okay? We're just gonna do the math here. If these fucking ads don't get off my fucking screen, how's it says skip video, but it didn't let me skip it? But listen, average person makes, let's say $17 an hour in a city like Austin, where I live in, where the fucking rent is so fucking sky high. The fucking, everybody out here who own a fucking apartment building, they're fucking smoking weed because the shit is so fucking high. It's beyond my understanding. Now listen, our average person makes $17 an hour. You make $40 hours a week. This is what you make a week, right? That's $680. Now, if we do the math, we got to do 4 weeks because there's 4 weeks inside of a month. So if you get lucky, you might fall on a holiday or whatever the case might be. You times that by 4 weeks, that's this much, $2,720, correct? I'm sorry that my ring's in the way. You divide that by 4. Wait, no, I'm sorry, not the 4. You're minus 2720, right? 2720 minus 400. Now, if you ask what 400 is, that is you're taking 2720. That's what you make, 680 a week for 4 weeks. That's $2,720 out of the month that you make. So you got to take 400 away because at least each week they're taking out about $100 in taxes. So you minus 400. That's $2,320, right? $2,320 that you're left, right? After taxes is taken out. It's probably more for some of y'all, especially if you don't have kids, if you're single, whatever. So if you take that, $2,320 is what you're left with for the rest of the month, right? And when rent is paid, you get ready, you save all your money, and rent is paid. Say it's impossible. You ain't gonna be able to save $2,320. It's impossible because you got light bill, phone bill, and we're gonna calculate that in a second. If you have $2,320 left at the end of the month, your rent is $1,000. That's just being courteous. Some of y'all, like my rent is $1,500, $1,600. Some of y'all rent is fucking $2,000. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, you got a 1-bedroom, you know what I'm saying, with that's $1,600. The bedroom is the size of a fucking oven. Now, some people fucking bedroom and living room is the size of a microwave, but we're not gonna go into that. This is how much money you're left after rent is paid. Now, you got a car note. Your car note is probably what? I'm gonna just say 200. I'm gonna be generous because we all know every car note ain't 200. That's 11. That's what you left after your car note. We know insurance is high as shit, especially if you're young, in your 20s. So you minus another 200, and some insurance is higher than that. You might be lucky. That's what you left with, $920, right? That's after rent paid and all that, right? You got a light bill. That's $100. That's $820. Now, some of y'all got water. I'm not gonna calculate every fucking thing, okay? I will calculate everything, but like it's not certain things that somebody don't have. Everybody has a phone, so we're gonna calculate a phone bill. I'm gonna just say some of y'all phone bill is $80. I'm gonna say $80. Mine is $155. This is what you left after your phone bill. I calculated the light bill. All right. Now we didn't calculate groceries because we know what it costs to eat. But throughout the month, I was being courteous with $1,000 rent. And I'm going somewhere with this. Your rent is $1,000, right? Your rent is $1,000 and you can pay $680 a week, and after taxes is $580. You're left with this much out of the month. After rent, light bill, all that shit is paid. We're not including food, okay? If I were to include food, which I shall, I'm going to take this out. Your groceries about at least $100 a week. You can survive off $20 groceries if you eat noodles and ravioli and fucking sandwiches all fucking day. Shit be dried in a fucking sand monkey fucking a camel. Now listen, $740, right? That's what you're left with out the week. You spend about $50 a week on food, right? $690 out the first week. So we're gonna take out, we already took out $50, so we're gonna take out $150 because we already took out 50 out of the 200. Hope y'all following me here, right? $690 minus $150, that's $540 fucking dollars. And if you divide that by each week, which is divided by 4, you mean to tell me you're left with $135 a week? How is this okay? This is how much money you're left with each week out of your check that you got to put aside? Nobody wants to think like, oh, I got to put this money aside and have this much left the way I have enough. Nobody thinks like that. We wait till the end of the month because that's the right thing to do. It's going to stretch you the fuck out. But realistically, that's how much money you're left with. And everybody's not getting paid $135. That's insane. Left with $135 a week? Who the fuck? Okay, I don't even want to calculate if you got kids. If we do that, somebody gonna bust through my door right now and fucking snipe me because this is just, the government is just out of control with this. This shit, how is this okay? Now, we're gonna talk about being a modern woman in today's society and a modern man. Now, we agree that almost girl, oh, he's broke. There's always broke guys saying this. He's always broke guys saying this and this and that. We agree, okay? Most everybody ain't making 6 figures, but we got to realize what's at stake here. If I just calculated to you out $17 an hour, and you're left with $135 a week after you paid rent, and all you make is $24.20 or $23.20 throughout the month, and your rent is $1,000, your car note's $200, your fucking car insurance is $200, and light bills are $100. If I just calculate all of that, if a girl says she cannot date you because you don't have this and you don't have that, and she can't answer what she can do for you, how the fuck in today are you gonna get a girl? And how are you not putting standards on females no more? How are y'all allowing them to put standards on y'all? We hear everybody talk about this. We heard Samuels talk about it, Kevin Samuels, Sneeko. We heard Andrew Tate talk about it, Freshman Fruit, Myron. Everybody talks about this. But the genuine question we're asking y'all, for everybody who has a job in society, in this economy, who goes and punching an hourly wage, a check that gets paid out 40 hours a week, bi-weekly, weekly, whatever the case may be. And it's bad if some of y'all are getting paid bi-weekly. That's just terrible. That is more than just enslavement and slavery. You're just basically in a fucking concentration camp at this point because you can't go no fucking where. You're in prison. You're worse than a slaver. You're a slave prisoner. You were prison and enslaved. Now, so what I want to say to y'all is, if you're left with this much money a week, find me a girl. If you are dating girls who are putting standards on you, put a standard on a girl. Tell her to show you how much she makes, calculate all her bills, and tell her to show you her bank account and her money and her check stubs, what she's left with throughout the whole entire month after all her bills are paid. Ask her how much, ask her what she is left with. Ask her what is in her name. Ask her, is her car in her name? Is your insurance in your name? Is your phone bill in your name? Is the light bill in your name? Is your rent in your name? If all that stuff is absolutely no, she can't put standards on you. Because a man will be broke as shit and have all that in his name just to please a girl. And then she'll be like, oh, please, you got to buy this, spend it all on me. She wants you on Valentine's Day. She wants you to do something on Easter. She wants you to do something on Halloween. She wants you to do something on Thanksgiving. She wants you to do something on Christmas, New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, her birthday, Valentine's Day. All this shit that she wants you to do, we don't ask for that weird shit, right? And if she wants to do that, because I think women are afraid that they gotta be responsible for stuff. Women live like babies. I remember somebody said this to me. We having a conversation. He was like, "Bro, women are children." I was like, "Bro, you right." I was like, "But I need you to break this down to me because when we talk about this and we get on a podcast, we're gonna have to break this down." He said, "I said, look, bro, break this down, bro. Don't be afraid. Why are women children? Why are they worse than children?" He said, "Bro, because they don't ever take accountability. And when you make them take accountability, what do? They cry. They get mad when they gotta take accountability. They feel some type of way when they gotta take accountability. When you tell them they're wrong, they cry. They throw a fucking fit. They don't want to take accountability for the mistakes that they made. They always want to feel right, and they throw a tantrum when they don't get their way. They always want gifts. Oh, I want this on my birthday. Who does that? Kids do that. So I said, bro, the way you just broke that down, it doesn't need to be broken down anymore logically. That's not even just logical. That's just the way it is purity in itself, the way what you're saying, right? So I remember when we was talking about this, I was just like, bro, that is true. Every time a holiday comes up, some type of girl is waiting for some type of gift, so she says she can post it on the gram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever, just so she can say she did it. Because without her gifts, she don't feel valuable. Women don't feel valuable without gifts. And I want to make another thing clear. Look, if y'all are watching, make sure y'all subscribe, because I am literally going to get to the bottom of this, right? With modern day women. You know what's another horrible thing is? Women do not feel valuable unless, if you take a girl on a date, right? She don't feel valuable if you have sex with her. That's why she makes you wait. We all know that. But let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all something y'all have never heard before. We are working backwards. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy when I say this, but when I say it, y'all gonna be like, oh shit, we are. If a girl asks you to take her on a date and then wait to give you sex after, you're working backwards. What do you mean you're working backwards? No, that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not what tradition. I'm gonna break it down in a way nobody has ever broken it down. If you take her on a date, you are working backwards. Why? How does that work? How does that work? Because girls will not give you sex unless you take them out first, right? But you will not know a guy likes you until he has sex with you first. If she gives you, dates would not be first. If a girl knew she was valuable without sex, she would not even mind fucking you before the date. If you take her on the date, right, and then you have sex with her after, or y'all do this for months, y'all are wasting time. Because 9 times out of 10, you don't know how that guy's going to feel about you after he let his nut off. That's honesty, right? If a guy has sex with you before the date, he has a high chance of knowing how he feel about you. And in that case, if he's fucking with you after he has sex with you, when you want a date, have sex with him first, because you will be happy to go on that date. If he agrees to that date, that motherfucker likes you. Bro, dude likes you. So you are working backwards. If you take her out on a date and say, oh, we're going to go to Cheesecake Factory, because she wants to feel like she's been catered to, or like we're working the right way. She's doing all this in that way. And honestly, dudes in the back of the mind, they want to see how you feel. They want to fuck you. That way they'll know how they feel about you. Because if you just go out with a girl on a date, you don't know, you could be wasting your time the whole time. With a guy, you're not. If a guy likes you, he likes you. You see what I'm saying? But sex plays a big part on it, because after we have that release, we know how we feel. Because we have a sexual urge, a tendency to have sex and have sexual pleasure. That's just the way a man is. We don't bother y'all when you have your emotional and y'all periods and y'all hormones down there. We have our periods too. You know what that is? It's a strong urge to have sex. That's our sexual urges. That's man's hormones. We get demonized for what we have down there. But women, we're not supposed to say, like, we don't get to talk shit about you bleeding every month. And you having your hormones every month and going crazy and going through your menstrual cycle and having cramps. We have our moods too. We get moody sometimes when we don't have sex. It's a buildup of pressure. It's sexual tension. We just can't ignore the biological feature that men have, right? So what I'm saying is, before we get into all that, we're not going to get into that biology and science and all that, and biochemistry, but I will say this. We are working backwards. Have sex first. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but a girl can lead you on for dates for, months before you get to smash. And you don't even know you're wasting time until that one night she just like, come over. It's happening. And then when it's happening, and when it's all said and done, you just realize you had sex when you didn't even like the girl. Because she showed tendencies after y'all had sex. You're just like, wow, bro, I just wasted 6 months of my life. And we're not even official. So I'm asking y'all, why is it necessary to go on a date first? What does that validate? You're just giving a girl what she wants because she needs to feel secure. She wants to feel secure. Because, if you have sex, she's not secure. Men don't know how powerful they are. We don't need to feel secure. We don't care about the security part. We got to have confidence no matter what. Because if you go on that date with that girl, or if you don't go with her at all, like, if she denies the sex, that's cool. You be like, okay, I didn't get to smash. That's all good. I didn't get to smash. I didn't get to see how I felt anyway. I wasted my time. We agree to that. But if a girl you smash a girl, right? And y'all don't even get to go to the date, she gonna feel like she lost. Women don't like having the lower hand. They have to have the upper hand because men are powerful. You got to realize that. And I am trying to tell y'all that in exclusivity. I'm trying to be as exclusive as I possibly can and adjust something. So if y'all hear anybody talk about what a guy should do, what a girl should do, y'all need to know that a guy, we are working backwards. Do not go on a date first. Have sex first and then go on a date. So both of y'all can have a clear mind and know that y'all feel confident in going on that date. She'll be happier, you'll be happier. Women don't understand. That's how we feel all the time. We waiting around men just waiting around to have sex. Because they are waiting around. But you got to realize that you can't always have the upper hand. The women just want the upper hand. While men have no hand at all. You want to play cards at the table when you have all the cards and men have none. How a man going to play cards with you and he has no cards? It's not a game of cards. But I hope y'all understand what I meant, because if you work that way, it will be easier for women. And they got to realize they know that they don't feel as valuable when it comes down to going on dates and all that. But before sex, because if you give a woman would not just give, if she's just giving you sex, it's because she's out there. She in the streets. I mean, I'm talking about she all in the motherfuckers, like stop sign and all under the traffic lights, motherfucker. She ain't even yielding. She just going on any fucking light when it's red. She don't give a fuck what ticket she get. She got the state trooper on her ass. She got the sheriff, the regular police, K9 on that motherfucker. She don't care. She in the highway. She in the driveway. Now, don't come down my way, but I'm just saying, I'm doing this to help society, because y'all have to understand, if you are going on a date with a girl, first, you are working backwards. You know how you're going to, you know that you want to have sex with her, to know how you're going to feel about her first. You understand that. You have to know. Because if a girl can't please you sexually, but she got you emotionally, a guy is always going to have a sexual thinking, a sexual thought in the back of his fucking mind. No matter how emotionally attracted to this girl he is. Because guys are sexual beings. We're here to populate the world. We hold semen in our sack. It's fucking pulsating everywhere. Why do you think when we wake up in the morning, our dick is standing up? Do you know why that is? Because there's blood circulating through there the whole entire fucking time. Just like it is for women. But their blood comes out. And they hormones, they feel it all down there. But we feel it down there. Our blood is going pulsating. And if we don't release, bro, it's going to be crazy. Y'all get the release. Your blood comes out of it. And some women will not tell you because they don't want y'all to be disgusted. But they have actual stuff that comes out of it. They have what is it called? It's cream. It comes out of the vagina without them having any sex. It happens to them. And they can't even wash their vagina. I'm not here to slander women. I'm just giving y'all honesty. I'm saying we need to stop working backwards. Stop giving the women the upper hand. Stop leaving no standards on women just because they have a body. And I don't want to be a girl. I would never want to be a girl. You know why? Do you know what it would be like to be a female in a world full of females, and you got to be with a boy or a guy that loves females? All he does is look at females. Do you know that if I was a female and I knew that my boyfriend, my husband, my fiance, whatever you want to call him, my significant other, is always looking at ass and titties, I couldn't live in that world. And y'all don't even realize that that's the world that women live in. They live in an insecurity world where they insecure inside, but outside they're secure. Like, it's like having a lock, but the lock is locked, but at the same time, it's not secure. You can unlock it anytime. It's just there to look like that. If it looks like it's locked, but it's not really locked, you won't know until you go up and unlock it. But if it looks locked, some of y'all are, oh, don't touch it. There's a lock around it. How many of y'all would know if y'all seen a lock close to a park or whatever, a bank, whatever, y'all, when y'all had that wild thought when y'all was little, oh, I'm going to do this and do that, but you saw a lock on it, so you didn't try it. But the whole time you didn't even know that the lock, that was just like some type of decoy lock. It was just there to distract you. It really just is a fake lock. It really is not secure. It's not really locked. It's just there to look like that because they can't really put a real lock on it, right? So I'm saying this to y'all, okay? Women are naturally insecure. Men are not. That's why makeup is there for women. Women has insecurities for a long time now. You got to take advantage of that. Not to slander women or belittle them or degrade them, but to understand that where your upper hand is. As a man, you don't know how powerful you are. Women understand that. And they don't like how men being too powerful because men get carried away. But they're kind of reversing it now because now we live in a time where women can show clothes. They can show stuff in their clothes, like their ass and their titties, and have makeup on and look non-generic and get a man's attention so easily. That's what I'm saying. And that makes a man weak. A man is so strong, the only thing that can make him weak is a woman. It's like King Kong type of shit. So once you understand that, you will realize that you have the upper hand at all times. But you don't know that because you allow the women to do that. I get it, but you gotta allow y'all stop being. It's not even just about stop being a simp. You're allowing a woman to have that standard. If y'all guys just quit, cut it out, stop giving all these women the upper hand, you will be good. You would be. I promise you will be good. I'm just speaking on experience from when I was single, when I was by myself. I understand what went on. Men give women the power. Until now, not in society, not economically, but now they're trying to change the roles because they don't like it. But if a man just stopped pouring standing on and start calling women on their bullshit, it would be real. Because no woman, on the average woman, is not on there's more women on a lower level than men are nowadays. Some women make more than some men, but majority men make more than women in society, statistically speaking. So you got to realize if you're matching her numbers and she left, like, she can't put a standard on you if you ask her to look at her check stubs and what's in her name and how much she make and what does she have to her name. If hers is not much different than you, she cannot put no standard on you. Ask y'all to compare checks and what y'all make. If hers is better than you, then she can have a little different say so, but she's not even really there. But she can have a different say so because she ain't left with a certain type of. But it could be different situations. You can have $1,000 apartment and she can make $20 an hour. You can have $1,000 apartment while you make $17 an hour. She can also make $20 an hour, having a $1,300 apartment, right? So even though she make more, her expenses might be the same as yours, but it just might be up, like, a certain type, like inflation and demand type of thing, right? So if she's not that much different than you, stop letting her put standards on you. Start working forward. Stop going on dates first and tell her you need to, and she don't want to smash, like, you ain't gonna be able to find a girl. And if every dude did that, I promise you these females will calm down. Because when guys are, I'm just talking relentlessly, guys are like unstoppable their whole life. Females have a ticking time bomb. Like, they have a time on a clock, a time capsule going on with them. They have a certain age. All women have a certain age what they want something done. So men don't. We just live by, when it happens, but we don't stop grinding, right? Women have a time bomb. And we know that as women get older, guys prefer younger with females, not 30-year-old, 35-year-old, 40-year-old women with baggage and a whole type of history. We don't want that. Men does not naturally want that. Men want a sense of innocence. Men want a woman that has not experienced anything much, because it already feels like things have been unraveled and there's not going to be a really pure connection with that female if she has done everything before you. So now I'm saying this to say this. You have to realize when females get at a certain age, they do not, I repeat, they do not become as big as an option as younger females do. Guys are going to start looking at younger females. And women, that's why you see women get older if they start to date and fuck anything. Because you can't be 20 and young looking forever with you trying to show your ass and your tits all the time. That shit runs out. You can't forever be like that. You can't. So that's why when you see older women, moms and stuff, they start to just take mostly what they get because they start to realize reality. Now you start to live in a man's reality. Men start to put standards on women as they get older, but because they're so fresh and young, women have so many options, but that runs out so quickly. But men stay on the same timeline, the same page their whole entire life. And when you get money, it's even better. Men get a better leverage as they get older. It's usually different when we're younger because we have less experience and we're trying to build financially. But women, when young, they use their looks for everything. But that dies down because you got another generation of people starting to come up and look just as better as you, but they're younger than you and they have more innocence with less history, no kids, they're virgins. Guys are going to start looking for that. Now, while all these guys pay attention to that, why do you think there is so many single 40-year-old women now, 30-year-old women, 50-year-old women? It's going to happen to them. They're trying to enjoy that 20s as best they can, but they're not going to stay like that. If y'all notice, there are more single females than anything. And I'm not just saying, I'm just telling y'all to stop allowing the bullshitness that's going on in society with modern women. And men, you got to stop it too. We got to stop it too. But we know our place. That's the thing. We take account of, like, how we know what role we play in society. Economically, we know. Statistically, we know. But it's females that are denying it. And most of the time, females that are talking, they don't have a boyfriend. They don't have a man. And that explains everything. If you ask a female, you're talking to a female, do you have a guy? No, I don't. It's not a flex to sit around and talk about you're talking to many. That's not a flex. That means nobody really wants you. You're for everybody. Nobody wants that. And I feel bad for people like you. Nobody wants that. You mean to tell me you're telling me you're talking to plenty of dudes? That means something is wrong with you. If you're single, something is wrong with you. I kind of say, I don't want a relationship, and you just got out of one. But you mean to tell me you're talking to all these guys and none of them got you cuffed? You don't feel some type of way about any of them? That means nobody's trying hard to draw you in. That means you're not that much. You're not that much of an attraction. You're not that much. You're not value to them. Because I guarantee you, if a guy was trying hard and you're talking to all those guys, you're not gonna just. If you're not smashing them all, then you're nothing to them. Because he would be trying hard to. That means you were no value to him. Because you would have already settled down with one. And you mean you tell me you haven't? Y'all literally genuinely want me to believe that. All these females that we are talking to, or that you hear that's talking to you, they don't have no man, but they trying to give you. A female with no man cannot give you no goddamn advice on how to keep one or what they should expect out of me. You don't have a man. We know what it's like to not have a girl because we know what females are doing to keep them away from us. Y'all are doing it yourselves, right? You don't need to tell a female like, hey, we can't be with y'all because y'all had these y'all are creating standards. We're just giving y'all what y'all already saying. Y'all want this kind of guy and all that. Even though I'm over 6 feet, I still think that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. I'm just speaking on every guy's behalf because I know that standard is really stupid because you get what you get. Females limit themselves. Females don't live in reality. We know we can't. You never heard a dude say, oh, my girl got to be this tall. Guys prefer shorter girls, but he never gave a specific height. And there's most guys that like tall girls. But what I'm saying is I'm speaking for the men who don't have a voice, right? We just can't be out here, oh, I want her this high. I want her feet to look like that. Her little calves got to look like. That is the stupidest shit I ever heard. Because if you limit yourself to love, your love will have limits. And you would never know what feels like to be loved unconditionally. Because you're putting limits on love already. You mean to tell me somebody has to be a certain physical feature for you to have a feeling inside? That does nothing for you. And you wonder why these bitches run around here so soulless. But look, I don't want to get into the video. Look, too much. I want to go ahead and break that down and speak on that on behalf because I've been, talking for a minute. But if y'all really like this video and y'all really took some information from it and y'all can apply it to your everyday life. I didn't make no edits on this video. As you can see, I could just do this all day. It's just 30 minutes. 30-minute video, no edits. We're just going to upload this on YouTube just like this because we don't need to do all that. We're just going to get straight to the point. I'm not going to give y'all to run around. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment down below what video that y'all want me to have a topic on next because I'm just want to cover everything that is just need to be covered on for people who either want to hear what was always been in their head, what voice has always been in their head, and I want to speak on something that people need to hear. And maybe if there's another side of something that we also never got to cover, that that for a fact that you want to hear somebody, just to let you know that you're not alone, right? But I just wanted to speak on that, about working backwards. I think, like I said, at the end of the day, after this video is all said and done, I think that females should not have a date first. I think y'all should have sex before you go on a date. So, I mean, it's cool to have a connection. If y'all kick it, hang it, whatever, yeah, that's cool. But a date? And before I go, I want to cover something. I don't think that somebody should be taken on a high value date if you don't even know what kind of girl this is yet. You trying to prove yourself to her and you don't even know what she is yet. How are you just going to assume that this girl deserves a $300-400 date and that y'all guys paying for? Like, if you believe you should take her to Burger King or McDonald's or whatever, then y'all need to do that. I mean, go on to the old time McDonald's, slide on, take your shoes off and go on a little slides or some shit, grab an ice cream cone, sit outside. I don't give a damn what y'all do. But it's free to have sex. And she's asking you to take her on a date, spend your money on her to take her on a date when sex is free and you're asking for something free in return. And you still can't even get it. And we run around and acting like that, just normalizing that shit. When females are asking for stuff that costs your time and your money out of your pocket, out of your finances, to take her on a date and you don't even know she worth it yet. I'm sorry, but nobody in this world is not such thing as being worth for sex. You're a human being. There's no such thing as being enough for sex or you're valuable enough for everybody deserves sex from whoever. That's just dumb. It's free. If you pay for it, it's because women are trying to make a living off of it because they know men prefer to have sex all the time or they're only trying to charge men who can't get it. All right? Sex is not something that should be paid for. It's nobody ever paid for sex back in the day. Either they just took it or they had some type of connection and they had it. And they just breeded through the whole entire country, just had all type of kids. Men were powerful back then, right? They had sex all different type of ways. That's probably we had so many fucking people on this earth. But my point is, nobody should be paying for sex. That is something humans naturally got. You don't have to pay to get it. You can find somebody with a hole. If you can find somebody with a stick, I mean, put two and two together. I'm just being honest with y'all. Humans should not be paying for sex. You should not be asking a girl or acting like you need to be going through that process of making yourself valuable for something that's free. What? Are you crazy? For something when you can just get your feeling off of? No. Men should not have to go to a process to make a girl feel like she's valuable or cater to how she's supposed to feel valuable on the first day, spending your money that you worked on throughout the week or you spent your whole day on just to take her out on that date while she's trying to say that you can't have something for free. That makes no sense. It makes sense to her because she loses her value. She loses her power. So I'm going to lead him on. I'm going to keep the upper hand. I'm going to keep him wrapped around. I'm going to keep him as long as I want to. As long as I don't give him sex, I got him wrapped around my finger. You got to stop it, guys. That's working backwards. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Make sure y'all comment down below and like this video and subscribe. I really appreciate y'all for watching because I know y'all are going to watch. And make sure y'all give this video a thumbs up. And I really appreciate y'all for watching. It's your boy Internet Funny. I'm out. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day and y'all stay